Hello everyone, welcome back to Skeledon, Bushcraft and Survival. Glad you could join me. Tagged by Papa Rome's Outdoor Production, 8 Bushcraft questions. So, I'm answering that tag today in this video. The first question is the most memorable trip. Well, that dates back years ago. We all, as a family, went to Colorado. Now that was a very interesting trip for me. Fun. We stayed out there in government land for about 2 weeks. And we camped out there, had our tent set up, had campfires. You know, it was fun, and it was a family event. The most memorable part is, and I don't know whether it was a grizzly or if it was a brown bear. It's been years ago, and it was probably just a brown bear. But to me at the time, it was a grizzly. I was young. I opened up the tent, unzipped it, looked out, and I seen it standing right there. And now I know, if you startle a bear, it's more apt to attack you. But this bear didn't attack, just walked on off. It looked right at me, so it had to have seen me. But it was a very interesting time. I kind of froze stiff. I didn't want to move. But yeah, I remember telling everybody when that happened. They were like, you didn't see a bear. Yeah, I did too. So that's the reason why that's the most memorable trip. The second question is, solo or social camp? Well, when I'm going out camping, it doesn't really matter to me whether it's solo or it is social. It's sometimes fun social, sometimes more fun solo. You know, it just depends on the group that you're with and stuff. So I like them both. If I was going to Montana, camp out, this and that, whatever, anybody that wanted to come with me, that could. But if they didn't want to go, I would still be going and enjoying my trip. So it doesn't really matter for me. The third question is favorite knife. Everybody knows it's my Bowie. But I also have to include my Mora Garberg. Both of them together, they're an awesome combination. And I wouldn't leave the house without both of them for out in the woods. The fourth question, where did you learn your bushcraft? Well, actually, the answer to that is years ago, before I ever heard anybody even call it bushcraft. It was just a standard thing, getting out in the woods. You know, it was just a normal thing. And I learned from my granddad. And of course, along the way, I learned more things from other people and stuff like that. But the main basis came from my granddad. He was a good mentor. When he went out in the woods, he had his hunting gear and this and that, whatever. But he could survive just fine with just a pocket knife. He didn't need a fancy bushcraft knife. He didn't need anything like that. Just his regular old pocket knife was good enough for him. He had a lot of skill, a lot of knowledge, and I wish that I would have learned more from him. The fifth question is, favorite fire starting method? Well, now if you're talking about the easiest, lighter. But if you're talking about my favorite all-around fire starting method that it fares the elements the best, easy, that'd have to be the ferro rod. Just simply put, I mean, you got a flint and steel, you have magnesium bar, you have matches, you got lighters, you got ferro rods. If a lighter gets wet or a match gets wet, it's not going to do anything. Flint and steel will still start a fire. It's a little more difficult. And a magnesium bar takes a lot of effort to get that scraped off there. Even though that it's just like a ferro rod, if it drops into the water, it's still going to, you know, strike just fine. So I would have to say in that category, ferro rod would be my absolute favorite. I love using a bow drill. I love using different friction fires, but I would still have to go with the ferro rods being my favorite. Sixth question, most essential part of your kit. Well, I would have to say, number one, I travel very light. I use the bare essentials and then I get the rest around me. But the favorite tool in the kit is my knives. Both of them. That would be the most essential tool in the kit. However, I feel that the most essential part of the kit, and I hope that this is not sounding like a cop-out by me saying this, but your skills and your knowledge. I think that that is the most essential part, because you could have all the gear in the world. You could have a bow drill sitting right there. You could have a lighter sitting right there. You could have gasoline and a lighter sitting right there. And if you don't have the skills involved, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to be successful with it. And if you are, it's going to be a lot of work. So I say that knowledge and skills is the most important part of the gear, because that's the bare bones of, you know, getting anything done. You got to know how to do it. So I hope that's not a cop-out answer, but that is my answer, and I feel strongly that, you know, skills over gear. It's nice to have gear, but you got to know how to use it, or it's not going to do any good. The seventh question is wood, gas, or spirit stove? And I would choose wood. And the reason why that I choose wood is because starting a wood fire is a skill. And if you run out of gas, and wood is the only option, if you don't have the skills to get that fire going with damp wood, then you're going to be running into a brick wall. So I prefer wood to keep my skills up so that I can start a fire when I need one, even if wood is the only thing I have. And the eighth question, last but not least, do I have a bug out bag? And the answer is no, I don't. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think they're kind of cool. But me personally, I don't feel I need one. There are a few things that they do come in handy, and in the future I might need one. They are a good idea. But I know a lot of wild edibles, and I know a lot of different things that I can use right out here. So I don't really worry about the bug out bag. Well, there it is, answering the tag video. Thank you very much, Papa Rome's, for sending the tag my way. I greatly appreciate you, brother. And I look forward to seeing you on the forums, www.bushcraftfam.com. Come on, chat with us in the family. We look forward to seeing you. And also giving him a shout out, go and check out his channel. He's got an awesome channel. I love watching him. He has a lot of knowledge, a lot of skill. He's worth checking out. Subscribe to him, like to him, share his videos, just give him support. He's a good guy. And also, passing on this to somebody else, I'm going to pass it on to Lilly in the Wild and Bushcraft Bytes. Another group of awesome channels. Check them out. They're awesome to watch. And I'm sending out the tag to them and see what they have to say about the list. Well, that's going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Share, comment, and all that good stuff. Tell us what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.